Welcome to round 7 of the 2023 Porsche 944 Challenge Series Australia. With thanks to our supporting partners, Porsche Australia, Advan Yokohama Tyres, Seat Time Race Solutions, Poolmaster Bayside, 1-800 Lasagna, Raceline, AVI Technology, 888 Home Loans, Pit Lane Clothing. Round 7 sees the National Championship head back to one of the world's best racetracks, the Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit. Located around 130 kilometres southeast of Melbourne, the circuit is 4.4 kilometres long and runs in an anti-clockwise direction. The world-famous track is well known for being fast and furious, with a high average outright speed due to its flowing corners, plus the undulation and its southern location means weather always plays a part as well. Overall, there are 12 corners. The key ones to watch out for are Turn 1, a high-speed entry corner. Turn 4, a tight hairpin but a great passing opportunity under brakes. Turn 10, the steep drop-down section of the track known as MG Corner. And Turn 12, another high-speed corner which leads onto the long front straight and towards the start-finish line. Qualifying took place on Saturday morning, and it was the two-time series champion Jamie Westaway who took pole position over the newly crowned Victorian state champion Chris Lewis-Williams. Four-time champion Cameron Bella comes next in P3 alongside previous round race winner Mark Verdino. Adam Brewer will come out of position 5 alongside the number 77 of Joey Callock. Another Westaway, Michael, heads up row 4 alongside Mark Torbitz in the number 74 Black and Gold machine. Josh Brisbane starts from P9 in the number 56 with Manny Mesoselma next to him in P10, the EJM Financial Advice Porsche. Andrew Jackman returns to the category in the Poolmaster entry with the number 88 of Jared Campione next to him in P12. Johnny Venoris rounds out the 13-car field. Race 1 began on Saturday afternoon in cool and overcast but dry conditions.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit for, can you believe it, the 33rd running of the Phillip Island Auto Racing Club's Island Magic 2023 is underway with the Porsche 944s. 944s are on track and they will be our opening race for the weekend. I'm Darren Smith, right alongside me for this one. Big welcome, Steve DeVries.
Thank you, Darren. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome from wherever you're watching, right here in Australia or even indeed around the world. 944s just making their way around onto the grid for the start of what should be, we expect, around about 9 or 10 laps based on the timing we're seeing at the moment. And of course, 3 races for every category this weekend. The trophy race is taking place on Sunday afternoon.
Let's have a look at the grid. And Tony Westaway listed as on pole position in car 50. I believe that's Jamie Westaway at the wheel. Right alongside car number 37, the guy that's just been crowned again 4 times winner of the 944 state championship. Of course, the Porsche 944 club themselves, this is their last round, so he is leading that as well. Chris Lewis-Williams. Cam Bella, also Mr. 4 times championship winner in the state series, off position number 3. Adam Brewer in car number 3 is also poised for greatness. If you can have 2 in the one field, they are absolutely set to go.
It was Westaway who got away first.
The field is set and away they go. Bella gets a ripping bit of grip off the line there, as does Mark Verdino. He goes through hard. Jared Campione down the back there gets a couple of spots off the grid. But have a look at Bella. He is absolutely filling the mirrors of Jamie Westaway.
Verdino was also on the charge.
But around the outside goes the 44 of Mark Verdino, the sidelink car. 4 times champion beside him, 4 times champion behind him.
Bella held his nerve into turn 2.
Yeah, so the 44 just drops back in behind Cam Bella. If history tells us anything, that'll be the last time he'll see the back of Cam Bella. He will get out after Jamie Westaway.
Lewis-Williams also got through on Verdino.
Current Victorian champion for 2023. There he is right there, that white car number 37.
Jackman was on the move, grabbing Mezza Selma.
As you mentioned a few moments ago, mathematically still contains Chris Lewis-Williams, Cameron Bella. They're the top two. And then Adam Brewer's about 30 or so points in arrears of Cameron Bella in the club standing. So it's going to take a little bit of a miracle for Adam Brewer to catch up and make it a proper three-way fight for the club.
And a close call for Brisbane as he took Campione under brakes into MG corner.
Manny has just dropped back there. Jared Campione in the number 88, the white with the pink stripe over the top, now being challenged heavily by the 56 of Josh Brisbane.
Michael Westaway all over Campione too.
On the corner, and then the 45, which has dropped back a bit there. That's Michael Westaway.
Top three cleared out.
They've completed one lap. It is going to be Jamie Westaway to Cam Bella. Chris Lewis-Williams.
But then Brisbane ran wide into turn two.
That's a turn number two, so he's just got probably picked up a little bit of understeer there going through turn two.
Suddenly, leader Westaway also found gearbox issues.
He was in front of this group coming out of turn
Jamie,
six.
Jamie.
Sorry, Jamie. Was he Mr. Gear or something? Because he's gone back to sixth in the running order here. So they came out of Siberia. They almost looked like they were three wide, and he's sunk like a stone out of the front position. So that's very, very strange for Jamie Westaway.
And then Torberts, suffering mid-race dramas.
I tell you what, the Porsche 944 category over the last two seasons has come to absolute prominence. The competition has been fierce. The camaraderie has also been very, very good in the paddock. But the racing that we get to see and broadcast out on track has been second to none.
Yeah.
The 944 club have done a terrific job.
Up front, things were really heating up with a five-way fight for the lead.
Side by side, Lewis-Williams now gets his nose in front. The timing tells us he's got it in front by 0.1 of a second. He does. Sweeps through into the lead. A little bit of understeer into turn one there. That lets the 55 through. He'll have the inside running. Have a look at Mark Verdino. Don't worry too much about Cam Bella, CLW. You got to worry about Mark Verdino.
Lewis-Williams tried, but locked up, and Verdino jumped.
Encouraging him, go for that gold, and he doesn't need too much of encouragement because here's CLW, the inside running, locks up that left. There's a tag on the back there.
Oh, three-way fight going into turn number four there, Miller corner. Mark Verdino pounces on a 2-for-1 special. What a great move.
Fair dinkum, that is a great move. Mark Verdino just passed 8 series champions right there in one move down into turn 4. Gets that done. I think Jack Atley, if he was here, would say the Vendetta gets to the lead.
He certainly does. We're taking away the real estate and taking away the lead of this race. That's probably one of the best moves I've seen down there in 944 racing.
But the pressure was on.
For those group of 2 drivers behind him that have 8 titles between them.
And Bella bounced back.
Bella looks out. The 44 leading the 944 field momentarily. He's going to have the inside run to turn 1, but he gets the job done mid-corner.
Mid-pack was becoming just as tight.
One lap and then a wide line. This is a massive battle into turn 1 here. Manny Metazelma, he's going to drift wide, or can he stay out wide there and flow the car? And he does. Flows it nicely. Jared Campione looking in there. He's getting a really good look at this one as well.
Michael Westaway's run coming all undone out of Siberia corner.
Next year they get to join Craig Baird and be 5 times champion of Porsche Racing as the 45 of Michael Westaway. Loops it round there.
You have to be careful here too. There'll be a couple of cars behind him coming around Siberia in the next few seconds, but it looks like he's managed to get that one going before they arrive on the scene.
So this battle group of 4 is now 3.
With 1 lap to go, Brewer decided to make his move.
Category on side-by-side action as always in 944s. Cam Bella with Verdino and adds Brewer weighing in here. Do Verdino and Brewer act together over the next 9 kilometres just to get through on Cam Bella? This is the penultimate lap. We will go one more. So race control just correcting themselves there. The car 3 goes down the inside there. Adds Brewer challenging on the inside of the 44. The 37 sees an opportunity. That's Chris Lewis-Williams. The Vendetta holds onto the tight line, and Brewer goes high and wide. A little bit of NASCAR style out in the marbles. He's got a long looping way to go. If he can keep the pedal into it, he is going to have great pace by the end of the straight. The problem is he's been leapt out of the slipstream, and they are literally going to be 4 wide by the time they get down to turn 1. So Jamie Westaway pops off the back here. The 44 goes back and loses 2 spots.
But Lewis Williams wasn't done either, and he shot through to second. Brewer stayed committed too.
To the left, and Vadino can force Brewer to go the long way. That's a really high level of commitment from Brewer. Stayed in it and stayed with it longer than I thought, and Vadino left him the space. So they're going to fight this out now down all the way to turn 4.
Hamlet breaks. They remain side by side. This will swing back to Vadino if he can keep it there. Gets it out onto a hard stand again.
That'll be it.
That's it. They've sorted it out. That started coming out of MG corner, coming out of turn.
Whilst Lewis Williams threw everything at him,
Although CLW has taken away some of that advantage in the last half a lap, but unfortunately he looks like he's going to run out of time.
in the end, it was the multiple champion Bella who held off the number 37 to take victory in race 1.
4-time champion Cameron Bella. He's won this event twice before, and he's going to start the weekend in a perfect way, picking up preliminary win number 1 ahead of Chris Lewis Williams and Adam Brewer.
To this lot that are racing for 7, 8, 9 and 10. So it goes to Jackman, Menizalma,
Josh Brisbane. He worked his way back into that. He was outside that group about 3 laps ago. He put in some stellar laps in the last couple of moments of that race to get back into the top 10.
So it's Cameron Bella who takes out victory in race 1. Chris Lewis Williams home in a great second, with Adam Brewer just staying ahead of Mark Vadino to claim third. Jamie Westaway fighting back to take 6th after losing power mid-race. Andrew Jackman, with almost the drive of the race, up from 11th to 7th. Jared Campione completes the top 10. Michael Westaway, the last of the runners. And Mark Torbitz, with mechanical issues, failing to get across the line. On Sunday morning, the field came out under very threatening clouds, but as yet, still dry track conditions.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Island Magic 2023, the 33rd running of this famous event here at the Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit, and the drama building off the coast down there out to Smiths Beach.
With Bella, Lewis Williams, Brewer and Vadino the front 4.
In this race, but we cast our eyes to the front. 8 championships between Bella and Lewis Williams. Bella gets away magnificently off the line, as does Jamie Westaway from the 3rd row of the grid, and Venoris as well off the rear. He gets away. Mark Torbitz just held a little bit there. Great aerial shots as we see the field storm down into turn number 1. The camera up on the scaffolding there sees Cam Bella stream on through, adds Brewer into P2, gives CLW a short back and sides into turn number 1. Jamie Westaway right in the back hatch there of the number 37.
Jamie Westaway, however, was also keen to move forward from row 3, dicing and swapping positions early with Lewis Williams.
But Cam Bella, oh, look at this, adds Brewer huge pressure. Just little grabs of that right front tyre. He released the pressure on the pedal at least 3 times there. This is what 944 racing has been like in 2023 as we get a good look right down the coast there out over Smiths Beach. And I tell you what, look at CLW. He is coming under pressure by the champion there as well in Jamie Westaway, who I guess is still the defending champion, but hasn't been running in this year's championship.
No, you're absolutely right. He hasn't been running too much in this year's championship. It's pretty much been the Chris Lewis Williams and Cameron Bella show for most of the 2023 season. Adam Brewer has thrown his hat in the ring a couple of times. Likewise, Mark Vadino with his breakout round at Calder Park back in October actually moved himself up to 4th in the championship overall. So there are a few drivers in this 944 field that are just starting to finally get their handle on these special little cars out of Germany. And it's hopefully not going to be too much longer before they're going to be challenging for titles. And right now, here comes Brewer. He's had a really good run out of the last corner. He's going to go down the inside of the 4-time number 55 champion in Cam Bella. Unfortunately, just got a little bit too deep into the braking zone and realised he had to pull it up there. That's now checking up the two cars behind him. Jamie Westaway down the inside very smartly of Chris Lewis-Williams at Southern Loop.
We cast our eyes across this front four. Bella, headlights ablaze. Let's see Ads Brewer. No locking up on that right front this time. Threshold of braking gets the job done on the four-time champion. That was a door left a little bit ajar. Ads Brewer put the nose in there. The orange stripe clearly confusing Bella, and he went streaming on through, but not to lay down. Bella looks to the inside at Siberia, gets a good run out up the hill. This is the inside running, and you'd have to suggest at the moment we're just getting a little bit of mist on the windows here, and there it is, the wiper on the number 55, so Cam Bella.
The Brewer now to the lead, has finally consolidated that position. Verdino's just there or thereabouts, trying to latch onto the back of Jamie Westaway, that little four-car group that's just trying to edge away.
And proving track position is king at any time. Westaway took Lewis-Williams into turn 2.
Quite a line, but Bello looks good in there. He's got the car very, very nicely situated into turn 1.
Moments later, one of the most dramatic scenes of the year. Bella's engine simply exploding. The full force felt by Brewer, Westaway and Lewis-Williams.
And one of them, the black one there with the orange stripe, doesn't have any, but he is about... Oh, Bella! That's an engine failure. That is massive. Happened right in Ads Brewer's face. Great concentration by those three following here. Westaway trying to take advantage of it, but Cameron Bella, that is expired.
What a
that
disaster.
Is not something we have ever seen on track from the number 55. Those cars, his car, the cars he looks after are prepared brilliantly, and that, I guess, Steve, is just testament to how late in the season we are and how far he can press the envelope with a race engine.
This put Brewer into the lead.
Those cars are meticulously prepared out of the Bella Motorsport stable. Very, very rare to see an engine let go like that. I can't recall the last time I saw a 944 engine let go in that sort of spectacular fashion.
And as the field continued on,
safety car has been called. That car is in the firing line.
Lewis-Williams grabbed Westaway coming out of turn 11. However, it was a move which would later be picked up on by officials.
There is the Racer Industry safety car picking up the leader, Adam Brewer. But what a shame. That would have been right on the rev limit too, right in the sweet spot, going to go for that next gear change and just gone.
High load on the drivetrain there as well. I'm only surmising it's engine because it seemed to come from that mid part of the race car, and the amount of smoke that came out. There it is, exploded in Ads Brewer's face, and that does appear to be quite an aggressive amount of smoke that's coming straight onto a hot exhaust or something like that is burning off very quickly. Quite spectacular in the way it's done that, as we see the recovery team arriving down there.
And with the full course safety car now out on track, and therefore no passing allowed, Brewer led the pack.
I was about to say Cameron Bella did an awesome job of trying to control that car, because it looked like it was starting to squirm in the rear not long after it had let go. And that sort of worried me. Maybe it was spreading its oil onto its tyres, it was losing its grip, so he did a really good job to pull that car up.
The race continued. However, with marshals and the safety car out on track, with rain in the area and a stricken Bella car,
they've actually pulled the safety car in. I think they might be about to declare this race. Adam Brewer is coming round to the start-finish line now, and yes, they're throwing the checkered flag, so they need a bit more time to pull the stricken number 55 in. So they'll race across the finish line here.
In the end, number 3 followed the safety car home to take victory in a dramatic, albeit shortened, race 2.
Job down there.
Cam Jamieson down there at the moment, the sole man on the sweep up. He has been charged to clean up that oil.
So it's AVI technology driver Adam Brewer who greets the checkered flag to take victory. Chris Lewis-Williams classified as second, but under investigation by the stewards, Jamie Westaway initially completes the podium. Mark Verdino and Joey Kellick inside the top 5. Michael Westaway bouncing back from yesterday up to 9th. Andrew Jackman completes the top 10. John Venoris classified as the last of the runners. Cam Bella, unfortunately, the victim of a fiery and dramatic engine failure. on Sunday afternoon, the final race of the weekend and of the season.
Cars back out on track here for the afternoon session here at Phillip Island Grand Prix Circuit for Island Magic 2023. It's time for the trophy races. The first one of those is the Endeavour Cup for Porsche 944s.
And without the usual front-running Bella, and with Lewis Williams also relegated to the back of the pack by officials passing under yellows in race 2, the whole field saw their chance for a great haul of points.
And the big story, Chris Lewis Williams, second in the race this morning, has been sent to the rear of the grid, and he will start 12th and will be the last of the cars away.
Chris Lewis Williams got his work cut out for him, that's for sure, coming from the rear of this field, but don't, whatever you do, discount CRW from doing that.
However, the famous, or infamous, Phillip Island Bass Strait weather was beginning to play its part too.
So the Endeavour Cup is not too far away from a race start in what is cloudy, misty, drizzly,
I was about to
almost
say,
English conditions.
look at just what started to happen in the last couple of minutes. The rain has arrived. It's not direct.
So I'm going to say that Joey Callock off the second row will love these conditions. He's a wild slider in dry conditions, so he gets away. Torbets gets away brilliantly. Lewis Williams gets his initial charge blocked off, but he finds a good run down the inside there as well. Grabs 4, 5, 6 of them before turn number 1.
The rear of grid position had little effect on the champion-elect. Lewis Williams jumping up an incredible 8 spots on the opening lap, already up to 6th by turn 4.
But it is going to be Jamie Westaway that leads them away. Of course, he's won the last 2 years a row in the Endeavour Cup. A very, very prominent award in Victorian motor racing. In fact, Australian motor racing. Get your name on this multiple times. You know you've had a terrific racing career.
And then a wild slide by Callick meant more places for Lewis Williams.
Is it? No, it's you. Sorry, I called that wrong. You're right. It's Joey Kellick. You said he was a slider.
Yes, he loves it. He actually absolutely loves it.
Here's a replay of what happened to Joey Kellick. He got the painted line on the outside of turn number 4, so he got too close to the edge of the circuit, and then the brakes weren't really working as effectively as they should. Rear overtook the front. He's now gone to the back of the field.
There goes Michael Westaway in the orange car there. Mark Torbets in front now. Joey Callock was going to try and slide his way back through this field. Have a look at this, Michael Westaway. And he has got the number 20 of Jackman. The Poolmaster driver goes right around the outside and takes that spot back. Who is that? That's Mark Torbets parked right in the middle of the track there. The 74 just trying. He's really struggling to grip in these conditions at the moment.
Yeah, I think Torbers was a little bit nervous coming down the hill into MG corner for the first time, just not knowing what sort of conditions are greeting them. So there's still a little bit of grip in the circuit, but the longer this goes on, the more sliding is going to happen. Check out the margin that Jamie Westaway has already, 5.1 seconds. Brained them on the opening lap, and likewise Chris Lewis Williams, he's already up to 4th.
CLW in the 37 comes through there now into P3. He is absolutely charging. He's gone for the high intensity rain light as well there in the back of his car, just to let everyone know that he's gone through there. The Tyre Power Benalla entry with Mark Verdino, the side link entry. He just watches CLW go through. Let's see if Ads Brewer can hold off the charge of CLW, because he wants to get out after Jamie Westaway. And we can see that there's Jamie now going across Lukey Heights. So in a lap and a half, Jamie has got just about a 6-second lead here. Chris Lewis Williams does not want that to get away any further.
Jackman and Callick were both on the charge too, revelling in the wet conditions.
And look at this, so much speed already. Great run out of the final corner for Joey Kellick. It'll make this look easy. He's going to get them both, I think, quite comfortably down the front chute.
Ranging back through the field, there's Jackman. And there is a fairly good tale of the weather we're currently facing. It's not actually torrential rain, it's more a very heavy, misty, foggy rain.
Yeah, it's starting.
The Poolmaster driver grabbing Verdino under brakes to move up to 4th.
So he's making some really good progress. Importantly, Chris Lewis-Williams has gotten past Adam Brewer on the front straight on the last lap too. So let's now see what sort of pace he's got. Has he got anything for Jamie Westaway? But the
Issues though for Campione, laying his car to rest on the side of Gardner Straight.
car number 37 to catch up. 15.5 seconds is the margin at the end of lap 3. And looking down the list as well, after the retirement of Cameron Bella in this morning's race, that will secure. Oh, there's a Jared Campione there slow on the on one of the outside the corners.
That is not what we wanted to see.
That's Campione.
Parked up there on the MotoGP pit exit road. That's sad to see. Jared Campione has been a welcome addition to the field this year.
Verdino was back in gear, retaking Jackman into turn 4.
We cast our eyes back now to Jackman and the 44 of Mark Verdino.
It's absolutely
good number to have in the 944s, isn't it?
It is. It's
But
absolutely
suddenly,
amazing.
number 44's race came all undone. And at almost exactly the same time, Mazza Selma lost it into the fast turn 12.
Mark
Below the 2
Verdino
minutes.
got an issue down the straight, slowing dramatically.
Oh, he has two.
And Manny Metaselma off into the sand trap as well. So that will bring out the safety car if he can't get that driven out of there pretty damn quickly. In fact, car number 10 doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
Mazza Selma beached, meaning a lifeline safety car for Lewis Williams.
So that's a real shame.
Yeah, Mazza Selma's not going anywhere at the moment. We can see him pretty clearly from our commentary box position,
Yep.
and there's the inevitable call. The safety car boards and flags are going out. Here we go. Let's get a replay of this. Just watch the top of your shot. So there's Torbert. Oh, he was backwards well before turn 12.
Yeah, he hadn't even actually sort of found his way past the mid-corner there. He was already backwards. So a very, very big beach there. And we know the likes of Greg Murphy and Glenn Seaton were testament to those guys both had very big shunts up there. Racer Industries safety car picks up our race leader. This is the last thing Jamie Westaway wanted to see, with an over 25-second lead
You took
in
the
this
words
race.
right out of my mouth there, Darren. This is precisely not what Jamie Westaway would have wanted right now. And depending on Dino's come in.
The Sidelink car just retiring there as well. So that's a real shame to see Mark Verdino just retiring from this one. And Ford/officials, car number 10 engages first gear and loops it back around to get back into the race. Well, safety car definitely in on this lap. Lights are already out. So Jamie Westaway will have seen that.
An all or nothing finish for the last race of the season.
So Jamie Westaway's now got control of the field as the Racer Industries safety car accelerates away. Chris Lewis-Williams, his Christmases have all come at once now. That 25-second margin is gone.
Let's watch this. Chris Lewis-Williams came from the rear of grid to be in P2. Jamie Westaway brained them off the line and hasn't been headed at all. If anyone's going to do it, it's the guy that has just won the State Series. CLW and the Tyre Power Benalla car, they are away. Ads Brewer is going to go with them. Jackman there as well. Joey Kellock's going to add some excitement in this. The track is dry. The rain has cleared. Even the mist has cleared. It is a beautiful, crystal clear moment in time.
Jackman and Kellock could see a podium.
A little bit more. Jackman, Kellock doing a wonderful job here in the class sponsored by 1-800 Lasagna.
Here goes Kellock to the outside at turn number 4. Got to leave a little bit of room here for Andy Jackman. Oh, Kellock's gone way, way, way wide there. Gets the grass, actually comes back on after having all 4 wheels through the grass. Still going to make this pass happen at turn number 6. I don't believe it. He's still there or thereabouts.
He certainly is. He's hanging on there right down the inside there as well. So we're looking forward to seeing what this result does.
Two side by side into MG corner.
Played up next. Kellock just signing off the year with some more sideways action, just giving it a bit of, yeah, this is my style, like it or lump it. We're going racing in the 944s. Mark Torbert, I can guarantee he'll be sitting back inside his helmet. He'll be laughing his head off, going, I can't catch him. He's sideways more than he's in a straight line, and I still can't get him.
Kellick now finally finds a way through on Andy Jackman at turn number 1. So Torberts, you said, would have been sitting there just absolutely loving the sideways action, but couldn't find a way past the number 77 machine. Well, now he's got to get past 2 cars. He's got to find a way to get that move done in the next 2 laps.
The long race season was beginning to show, and suddenly heartbreak for a Brewer too.
That Brewer slow. Oh dear, what a disaster for Adam Brewer. He's out of 3rd place. Something's not gone right for the AVI Technology number 3, and he is crawling around the outside of Siberia.
Oh, Steve, that could make you cry. This guy has just taken up the battle over this season, and that is not the way. That's a cruel way to end his season.
Sad scenes for the number 3.
In the trophy race, and there is Adam Brewer. He's trying to get that car using the angle that the road goes at to just try and move it off to the left-hand side of the circuit at Siberia. So that's smart thinking. That means that this battle now between Andy Jackman and Joey Kellick is actually for 3rd place on the rostrum. Last lap board is out. Jamie Westaway has got the margin out to 2.7 seconds.
There's poor Ads Brewer, just to add insult into the injury. He's out pushing his own car away.
Torberts and Michael Westaway fighting right to the line.
Torberts to the inside now. Westaway challenging, trying to get through in the 45. Torberts has come under fire, and he's trying to get out after Jackman.
But the number 74 pushed too hard, finding the grass on the final lap.
Torberts just having to adjust his trajectory around Siberia because the charging Westaway. Torberts all far off. Keeps it straight, brings it back on, but he's not going to take any further part in that battle. And
for Jamie Westaway, though, it was Paradise Island, cruising to a commanding victory.
Coming around the final corner, the race leader. How about this? Making it 3 Endeavour Cups on the bounce for Porsche 944s. It's Jamie Westaway. He takes the Chocky Bickies in car number 50 for race number 3 and the final and the trophy that goes along with it, ahead of Chris Lewis-Williams and Joey Kellick. He was nowhere after the first couple of laps. He's managed to come back through to 3rd.
Have a look at this battle for 4th on the road. It's going to go to Jackman. Yes, it does. Michael Westaway into 5. Mark Torberts home in 6th after battling all the way through that race. Joey Kellick, the 77, gets a podium. But as you said, Steve, a number, now 3 Endeavour Cups for Jamie Westaway. And that is how it finishes for the 944s in season 2023.
So race 3 rounded out the 2023 944 Challenge Series for the year. And it was the former champion Jamie Westaway who took victory. Chris Lewis-Williams, again home in 2nd after starting from the rear of the grid, and Joey Kellick with his first podium of the series. Andrew Jackman with a stellar weekend, home in 4th by literally 1/10 of a second over Michael Westaway. El Presidente, Mark Torberts, fighting hard all weekend with a solid 6th place. Manny Mesoselma classified as the last of the runners, with race 2 winner Adam Brewer, Mark Verdino and Jared Campione all headed for an early garage in their battle-worn cars. So, looking at the points tallies after round 7. As the 944 Challenge Series competes nationally as well as locally in Australian states, there are 2 sets of championship points awarded. And firstly, looking at the Victorian State Series, it's Chris Lewis-Williams who takes out that championship for 2023. Another amazing year for Cameron Bella, who again claims 2nd place in that series, and Adam Brewer completes the podium there. Joey Kellick had a strong year in 4th, 1 solitary point ahead of Mark Verdino. Lyndon Watson completes the top 10. Josh Brisbane just outside that. Richard Howe, still going strong, comes home in 14th. Jared Campione completes a strong first year in 17th. Michael Westaway rounds out the top 20. Jimmy Mitchell, Tony Andrzejewski and Andy Tudor with limited running. Whilst Vlad Kennedy and Pete Doherty complete that table for 2023. Whilst in the overall National 944 Challenge Series, it's Chris Lewis-Williams who becomes the 2023 champion. Now his 4th title overall. Congratulations on a great year, Chris. Cameron Bella takes another 2nd place in the championship, and Adam Brewer 3rd overall. Joey Kellick, Mark Verdino, Mark Torberts Carter Fox, Josh Brisbane, Tony Westaway and Andrew Jackman complete the top 10. Johnny Venoris just outside that. Two-time champion Jamie Westaway mid-pack with limited running. And West Australia's Tim Wolfe top 20. Jimmy Mitchell, Andy Tudor and Tony Andrzejewski sit just outside that with limited running. And again, it's Vlad Kennedy and Pete Doherty who round out that table for 2023. If it's close, hard and fast racing in stunning Porsche machinery on some of Australia's best racetracks that you're after, head over to our website www.944challenge.com and check out all the information. The 944 Challenge Series will be back, bigger and better, for 2024, with round 1 at Sandown Motor Raceway on the 17th of February. We look forward to seeing you there. With thanks to Blendline TV, this has been a production by Pit Lane Media.